Okay, by request, the next Unhyped member, Sunghoon. Venus and Mars are both in Scorpio, and they're nestled right next to each other. So, bottom line, Sunghoon is deep. When expressing what he wants, he's passionate and dominating. At work, he's incredibly ambitious. He's not showy or too social. He's mysterious, and he prefers going about his business quietly and alone. He needs his intimate relationships to be bursting with depth and passion to feel content in his heart. His approach to romance is intense, to say the least. He wants to create a greatly fulfilling spiritual bond with someone. Once he understands that there is mutual attraction and that he can trust the person, he fully focuses on moving the relationship forward. Connecting with someone physically serves as both a vehicle for transformation and an emotional release for him. He's naturally dominating. Feeling in control is big for him, and he can easily become jealous or possessive when it comes to his partner. He needs to be careful of clinging so tightly to relationships that are destructive or don't serve his higher self. The beginning of his lifelong romantic journey is marked by bouts of silent, hidden emotional pain, but as he matures, he focuses on genuine depth and commitment. He's stunning, charming, and has lots of admirers at any given time, in addition to the fans he has as an idol. He loves being surrounded by beauty and the finer luxuries of life. He'll search far and wide and go to extremes to experience feelings of romance. This is because he lives for those pleasure chemicals that get released in his brain when he's in love, lust, or infatuation. He's addicted to those, and sometimes they're all that matter, even to the detriment of others around him and their needs. Above all, his one wish is to have a balanced, peaceful, and affectionate relationship. But the darker side of this aspect denotes a fear of losing control, especially emotional control, so he might go through life avoiding deep, emotionally involved relationships, and he may, to a degree, be a commitment phobe. Also, with this aspect, he needs to be aware of the tendency to measure his worth based on how many loyal fans he has. Chiron shows us where our wounds lie, and his wound has to do with recognition. He, like many people, wants respect for his hard work and the effort that he puts in. And when he creates something meaningful, he wants it to be acknowledged. Despite the fact that he probably does come across to others as a hard worker, he likely feels as though his efforts go unnoticed and unacknowledged. This is all connected to some pain from childhood. He might have had his voice taken from him somehow, or there might have been a specific situation or a connected series of such in which he wasn't acknowledged for something extremely significant and crucial to his core self. He might view structure as the be-all, end-all to his problems. He probably places it on a pedestal, thinking that once he achieves strict, impenetrable structure in his life, these scars will no longer feel like a burden, or that it'll bring him the recognition he feels he deserves, but it won't. Through dealing with and learning how to manage the emotional injuries that come with Chiron and Capricorn, he realizes that he needs to listen to the voice within, that he's the one in control of his life. That's when healing really begins for him. Also, with Chiron in the first decan of Capricorn, his Chiron is doubly powered by Saturn, so the skills obtained from dealing with these wounds, as well as true healing itself, might not be fully realized until much later in his life. His essence is larger than life. He embodies the traits of Jupiter. He's generous, cheerful, warm, jubilant, and often very lucky, and these traits radiate brightly out of him. The relationships he has are harmonious overall. He doesn't have to worry about being too much. If he brags about himself here and there, if he shows off, if he takes risks and they don't work out, people are likely gonna come to his aid and help him. People in his life just love him and are likely extra forgiving of him. The only real downsides of this aspect, if you can call them that, are that one, he might default to overindulging and going to excess, and then experiencing the consequences of such. And two, life might just be easy for him, so much so that he won't have many chances to develop survival skills or gain the wisdom that comes from struggling. Sun trine Jupiter means he'll probably never be truly out of luck. He attracts fortune and other blessings by being charitable and spreading cheer to others. Thanks for watching.